Life under Trump, part 88. Yes, Life under Trump, part 88. We have a lot to discuss. Of course, this topic will be Donald Trump and Elon Musk because that's what's going on in the political world right now. I believe actually Donald Trump is trying to separate himself from Elon Musk. That's what's going on right now. Donald Trump has told his cabinet and Elon, they had a meeting. Hit the like button as you come in. Thank you. And he let Elon know that you can't just be firing people. You need to go through Congress, the right protocols. But Donnie, why now? Why suggest it to him now after he has done so much harm? But yet and still, they still plan on laying off more people. But today it's going to be Elon Eliminate Day. Elon hashtag 86. Elon. Our focus today, yes, we're going to talk about Donald Trump because Elon helped him get to where he is today. But we're going to really let into Elon to let him feel the burn because Elon must go. Donald Trump must be impeached. Elon must go. How can we impeach somebody that we didn't elect, such as Elon? But today, it is going to be a roast day for Elon Musk. I want to really lay it into him. Give it to him with no Vaseline, but I'm going to use some protection. I'm not going to be like Donnie with no Vaseline raw. No, I'm going to use protection. See, if I had to be a man, I don't think I would want mud on my stick. Okay? So this is Elon Musk bash day because Donald Trump brought him into our lives. We didn't ask for Elon Musty. Elania Musty. Must I say, and y'all agree with me, we need to rush to Elon Musty. Okay? Hey, Queen Alon. Hey. Hey, Queen Serendipity. Good evening. Again, this is Life Under Trump, part 88. I am Queen Lillie. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Y'all, we got a lot to cover. Also, if you would like to support my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Or you can get you a membership. Or do both. But memberships start at $4.99. You get the Rubies membership. For $9.99, you get the Diamonds membership. And if you're feeling jolly today and you want to really show me love, my Venmo is in the description. You can send me something through Venmo or you can send me something through PayPal. So, again, this is Life Under Trump, part 88. Hey, Shab, how you doing there? Thank you for coming to my live, King. Thank you. Hey, King LaSwan, you always giving me love. Thank you for the blue hearts. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, we're going to really lay into Elon Musk, the one that really helped Donald Trump bring us this pain in our atmosphere and our environment today. We're going to really lay into the Elon Musty because Elon Musty must go. Hold on one moment. I hope y'all having a wonderful Friday. I just came from the grocery store. I brought the Haagen-Dazs mango cream ice cream, and I sat down for I think it was like 3 something. I began to eat it because I didn't get in the house at 3 something. And I sat down and ate some of that. Y'all, you got to get you some. It is delicious and creamy in your mouth. Woo! Yes. One moment. King Anthony says $1.25 per egg. What the? Some places higher than that, my love. King, I'm sorry, but hey, y'all got to start going to X and let Elon know we mad at you. You caused this problem. We didn't have us in our lives till you came along, Elon. Let him know. Let him know you're wrong for this. You caused this problem. This is the first. One moment. So like I told y'all, it's Life Under Trump, part 88. But we're going to discuss Elon for a moment. We got to let him know he got to go. So let's get started.
Full on Elon Musk.
Hold on.
A full-on cabinet revolt against Elon Musk. That's what we are hearing about in new reporting this morning from the New York Times. Trump's cabinet is incensed by Elon Musk's involvement in the government and the control he has taken over their agencies, and that anger has spilled out in a very messy, very loud, very tense cabinet meeting on Thursday. Marco Rubio reportedly lashed out at Musk for firing 1,500 State Department officials with his buyout scheme. Trump's transportation secretary, Sean Duffy, was furious with Musk about his demand to fire air traffic controllers. Duffy said, "What am I supposed to do? I have multiple plane crashes to deal with, and now your people want me to fire air traffic controllers." Musk then fired back, calling Duffy a liar. This all led to Donald Trump's proclamation yesterday, reining in Musk's power, announcing that Musk has no right to fire anyone and that only cabinet officials have say over their departments. This is getting messy, folks. We're going to be covering it all, so make sure that you add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple and on Spotify now to hear all the news, and follow us for more. A full-on cabinet revolt.
You all make sure y'all subscribe to Midas Touch Network, fair use, education, great for research. I love their channel on YouTube. You can follow them on Instagram. You won't regret it. They are the best at what they do. More Elon Musk, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a day I'm going to wear Elon out. We got to tear that, because he's been throwing it in a circle and trying to put it in our direction. We don't want it. Hold on.
I'm your host, Tabitha, and we are on the road to 500,000 subscribers. So if you've come across this video and are not subscribed to my channel, I welcome you. Please hit that subscribe button and help me to reach my goal. We talk all things politics over here by way of viral political news stories. And yes, sometimes we have a good time talking about these stories, because every now and then I like to bring a little laughter into the foolishness that is happening within our political system, specifically the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And of course, let me say thank you to all of you who have been subscribed to me. Those of you who are members of my channel, I really appreciate your support. Now, let's get into this news story. I don't know if you all have heard, but Elon Musk has lost $116 billion. I ain't lying. Forbes is reporting that Elon Musk has officially lost $116 billion. It's mainly because Tesla car sales have plummeted all across the world, over in Australia, all across Europe.
Hello, Australia.
Don't want to have anything to do.
Hey, Ernstar, how you doing?
France and the Scandinavia are like, we don't want nothing to
Hi,
do
Queen
with this
Lapita.
Nazi brand. And of course, Tesla sales are down here in the United States. Not just the sales are down. You have thousands of Tesla owners trading in their cars. And for those who aren't able to financially make that move here in the United States, they've started to rebrand their cars. This is so creative. This has gone far beyond that sticker. I bought this before Elon went crazy. What Tesla owners are doing, they are taking the Tesla emblems off of their cars and replacing them like this one, Honda and Civic. This Tesla owner replaced the Tesla symbol with the Mazda symbol and took off the Tesla and put the CX-5. Another one who has removed the Tesla symbol and the Tesla name and replaced it with the Mazda symbol. Look at this. I didn't even know this could be done. This Tesla person replaced their Tesla emblems and symbols with Audi's name and symbol. Somebody let this Cybertruck owner
Hello,
know
Dee Dee
that no
Hill.
matter
Hi.
what name you put on this vehicle.
Hello, okay.
Everybody knows it's a Cybertruck. But
thank y'all
beyond
for coming
that,
to my live.
some of these
Hit the
Tesla
like button,
owners
please.
are dealing with angry
Subscribe
people
to
out
my
there
channel.
that are screaming at them, that are yelling at them, calling them Nazis, calling their Tesla car or their Tesla, that the Cybertruck, a Swatsta car, a Nazi mobile. So Tesla owners are going through it right now. In addition to Tesla dealerships all across the country that are facing protests, they also have to face that their Tesla dealerships could truly be vandalized. Look at this. This is a Tesla dealership in France, I believe. And somebody went onto the lot and burned up a dozen or more brand new Teslas. This Tesla dealership, somebody went onto the lot and vandalized most of these Teslas by removing the wheels off of the Teslas. It's not a good time for a lot of Tesla owners. Look at that. Not to mention the Tesla charging stations that are being vandalized.
Marshall says tonight that these Tesla charging stations in the town of Littleton were intentionally set on fire. You can see them really badly burned, just charred remains of those two stations right there. A couple more here.
Just before coming in to do this video, I learned that those Tesla charging stations, they have been replaced. In addition to that, you have celebrities who are using their social media platforms to speak loudly against Elon Musk by selling or donating or getting rid of their Teslas.
Here goes my Elon Sexmobile. I'm donating it to NPR.
In addition to all of that, people are getting rid of their Tesla stock. I am one of those people. I didn't know that I had Tesla stock. Remember in the video that I told you guys yesterday, in the video that I did on yesterday, I told you guys that at the end of Joe Biden's presidency, I was checking out my 401k balances and I was over checking out my stash account. I was surprised at how much my stash account had grown.
I told y'all his stock is dropping. I told y'all.
When I opened it when Joe Biden first got into office. When I tell you I do the bare minimum for that stash account and for the stocks that I'm invested in, it is the bare minimum. If I don't have to do anything, I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting it sit there, accumulate. And I was shocked at how well that account was doing. And so in going through, I realized that I had Tesla stock. I sold that stock. I made $1,000 off of selling Tesla stock. When I tell you that I hadn't put no more than $100 into that Tesla stock and to maintain it all the while Joe Biden was in office, it couldn't have been more than $100. I'm telling you. And so, yeah, I sold the Tesla stock that I had. I made a quick 4 years, $900 for doing the bare minimum. But there are other people that are selling shares of stocks. Other countries who have stocks in Tesla, they are sharing. They are getting rid of those shares of stock. If there are other countries that have leases in Tesla cars, they are getting rid of those contracts and those leases. A part of this tariff war with Canada, Canada has placed a 100% tariff on Teslas. So yeah, I say keep the momentum going. Elon Musk has several $100 billion more to lose. If you can afford to get rid.
Like I told y'all, remember I told you Elon's brother sold his stock of Tesla? The London Bridge is falling down, Elon, and you crashing right along with it. You are all in that debris from the crash, and we're glad to see you go. Get the fuck out of our country. One moment, please.
Breaking news, Elon Musk and Tesla are in trouble as its stock price continues to fall and sales begin to falter. According to Axios, Q1 sales for Tesla are, quote, tracking weak, with estimated deliveries heading toward a decline of more than 4%. At that rate, and with Tesla's heavy spending on automation and robotics, analysts say that the company is at risk of going free cash flow negative. The stock is down more than 30% year to date and has given up all of the gains it enjoyed in the aftermath of the election, when investors thought that the company would benefit from Elon Musk's close ties with Donald Trump. Through the first 2 months of 2025, Tesla sales are down 71% in Germany, 45% in Norway, 44% in France, and 44% in Spain. Sales have also slumped in the critical markets of California and China, according to Bloomberg. So what do you know? When Elon Musk embraces Donald Trump, who's one of the worst presidents America has ever had, people don't really like that. Who could have seen this coming? Elon Musk is too busy firing dedicated civil servants to pay attention to his own companies, and you're seeing that in the numbers. Major breaking news, Elon Musk and Tesla are in trouble.
Not only is Tesla in trouble, SpaceX, Starlink, and like I told y'all yesterday, Canada has dropped this contract with Starlink. London Bridge is falling down, and we all see you falling in the debris. Elon, you're musty.
That kid. Oh. Hey! What are you doing? You want to just throw any or something?
His kid is Damien.
All right, well, got many me.
Those of you know, you know. Damien.
You complete me.
I started this.
But you're getting, you have the general vibe. Yeah,
Foreign SpaceX and quietly just do whatever we want.
That kid. Oh.
Yeah, that kid. That bad little kid that put boogers all over the resident desk. That kid, Damien. That little boy told it on his own father. The kids need to go in Elon. Just go. So this is about Elon Musk. This says Elon Musk welcomes 14th child. His fourth baby mama with Siobhan Zelis. So y'all praise a man that has 14 children with different women. Well, what do I expect? Donald Trump has children with 3 different women. So it doesn't surprise me. Low vibrational. But anyway, this man has 14 kids, some born weeks apart. 4 baby mamas, actually 5, because Ashley had a child by him, and she didn't even put his last name on the birth certificate, so she's going through some stuff trying to sue Elon Musk for that with her child. So he has 5 baby mamas. He's in court fighting to cap his child support at $2,760 for 3 kids under Texas law, despite being the richest person on the planet, alleged. And yet, We aren't seeing daily rants about white deadbeat dads who don't marry their mothers. But y'all are sure enough without a black man. But black men are not having all these babies with all these different women like that. No, they may have a couple baby mamas. But they ain't got no 14 kids. Not too quick, not too often. This is an embarrassment to the White House. Y'all have 2 white men in the White House with a bunch of baby mamas and different kids. By all the baby mamas. Baby mama, don't talk about black men no more. Don't run your dick suckers talking about black men anymore. The White House, it's the hood. And the thugs running all in there rapidly. Crime mob.
Tonight, Elon Musk blew something up and disrupted the lives of thousands of Americans. For the second time in less than 2 months, a rocket launched by Elon Musk's company SpaceX exploded and rained potentially dangerous debris down over a wide area of Earth, causing real chaos for planes and airline passengers. This was the most recent test of SpaceX's Starship rocket. Musk says he wants to use Starship to one day take people to Mars. This one lifted off around 6:30 p.m. Eastern from the southern tip of Texas. In a statement, SpaceX said that, quote, during Starship's ascent burn, the vehicle experienced a rapid unscheduled disassembly. Rapid unscheduled disassembly is kind of Elon Musk's specialty these days, especially in a way that really messes with other people through no fault of their own. As debris rained down tonight from Elon Musk's failed rocket, multiple airports in Florida, including Miami and Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach and Orlando, were all brought to a complete halt, ground stop at all of those airports. Even departures as far north as the Philadelphia airport were significantly delayed. Now, as I mentioned, this is the second time this has happened in recent weeks. SpaceX's last test of the Starship rocket suffered a similar fate in mid-January. When that happened, the FAA grounded Starship and has since been overseeing SpaceX's investigation of what went wrong. Even though that investigation is still underway, last week, the FAA nevertheless cleared SpaceX to launch another one, even though the investigation into why the last one blew up wasn't complete. Why'd they clear it? I don't know. But of course, in between those 2 flights, Donald Trump was sworn
And as we know with SpaceX, Elon Musk, he laid off a lot of the people for the FAA. And why did he do that? So he can do what he needs to do and have done with his SpaceX. And us, the taxpayers, has given him billions of dollars for that. For that. And all it does is explodes in the air. He knows it's a piece of SHIT. But it's a way to get the taxpayers' money. We helped Elon become a billionaire. He didn't do it on his own. He did it with the American taxpayers' money. And it's nothing but a piece of junk. He cannot compete with NASA. He wanted SpaceX to replace NASA. And boy, he has gotten his way with Donny Boy. Lover's Lane. So, someone did a coin reading on the current administration. That's Donny Boy, jdvance, and elonmusk. Get him.
Trump literally be removed from office before he finishes his term.
Get him.
Yes. Will that happen this year? Yes. And will Trump go to jail?
Send them away, criminals.
Yes. Will jdvance go to jail? No. Will he be removed from office as well? Yes. Will Elon Musk be going to jail?
Get him.
Yes. Well, Trump literally...
Please, Lord, allow it to work in our favor, Lord. Thee, come unto me, bless me with what she just said. Please. The American people are tired. So tired, Lord. One moment, please. Honey, Chad, SpaceX can't save anybody. How it's gonna save anybody? And every time he launches it, it explodes in the air. Why don't you take a rocket on SpaceX and go to hell?
He lost a $66 million contract for Starlink with Ontario.
Elon Musk's Tesla is in serious trouble as global sales plummet. The latest figures from China show shipments dropping 49%. The latest figures from Europe show sales dropping 50%. The Chinese numbers are interesting because in China overall, electric vehicle sales are up 82% compared to last year, whereas Teslas are down 50%.
Tesla sales are slumping in Australia. In January, deliveries were down by more than 30% over the same period last year. That's according to data from the Electric Vehicle Council, and it makes it the car maker's worst month here since July 2023.
If you think you're having a bad day, maybe you spilled coffee on your laptop or stepped in a puddle with brand new shoes, just spare a thought for Elon Musk, the man who's often mistaken for Trump's unofficial chief innovation officer, or as some cheekily call him, President Musk, is watching his empire nosedive thanks to a little thing called tariffs. And no, it's not just a minor dip. It's a full-on global freefall. At first, you might think, oh, it's just Canada giving him a hard time. But nope, it's worldwide. Tesla sales, struggling, Starlink, feeling the heat. And for a guy who practically runs the tech playground, this is a disaster of cosmic proportions.
If you hate Elon, you're going to want to hear this because it's not getting talked about a lot on TikTok right now. This past Monday in France, one of the largest Tesla dealerships in the country was burned to the ground in what is a suspected attack of arson, destroying over 550,000 euros worth of vehicles overnight.
This just in. Canada's next move. Well, they're going to see our 25% tariff and raise us 100% tariff on Teslas.
Let's just start here. Liquor being removed from all the shelves in Canada that's from the United States, and Starlink is canceled.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Stick it to the man.
In a move that feels like a financial gut punch, Canada is slapping a 100% tariff on Teslas. Yep, double the price overnight. Imagine walking into a Tesla showroom in Toronto, seeing that Model Y you've been eyeing, and then realizing it costs as much as a small house. Needless to say, that's not great for business. And just when Musk thought things couldn't get worse, Canada went ahead and canceled a massive Starlink contract, one that was supposed to provide internet to remote areas. That deal was a big win for Musk's satellite internet venture, and now it's vanished into thin air. Meanwhile, back in China, Tesla is struggling despite an 80% surge in electric vehicle popularity. While the rest of the EV industry is thriving, Tesla's sales and shipments are plummeting. Chinese automakers like BYD are producing high-quality EVs at lower prices, and Tesla's once loyal customer base is shrinking fast. And then there's the growing anti-Tesla sentiment. Whether it's calls for boycotts or consumers simply preferring local brands, Tesla isn't the first choice it used to be. Musk, who once thrived on chaos, is now realizing that not all chaos is profitable. The same trade war that was supposed to make America's economy great again is now making his supply chain a living nightmare.
Yep.
All of this has Musk scrambling. He's reportedly begging Trump to rethink his tariff war. Because, surprise, the consequences weren't quite what they expected. The tariffs are now biting into his empire.
The premier for Ontario, Doug Ford, said he is ripping up the contract with Starlink, saying, quote, end quote, we'll be ripping up the province's contract with Starlink. Ontario doesn't do business with people hell-bent on destroying our economy. Goddamn right you don't. You know, listen, this was the myth that we told ourselves for a long time, right? that if we have good economic relationships with people, we'll have peace, we'll have prosperity. And as long as everybody does that, yeah, that's what happens. 66 million to a piece of shit like Elon Musk with his 400 billion in the bank doesn't mean much. But it is nice to see that the first victim of Donald Trump's insanity is the person who put him in power.
Yep.
Tesla stock is down 29% over the last month alone. Now, while part of this is due to the competition from Chinese electric vehicles, a lot of this, I think, is because Elon has really ticked off people in America and abroad by saddling himself up to Donald Trump and Donald Trump's attack on our government and our democracy. Keep in mind that not only is Elon in charge of dismantling things here in America, but he has supported the neo-fascist AfD group in Germany. He supported the far-right Reform UK party in the UK. And he's basically destroyed his own personal brand and destroyed Tesla's brand. And it's showing up at the most important ballot box, the wallet.
People are hiding the fact that they own a Tesla by putting other cars' insignias over the Tesla logo. When you can't afford a new car because the market is horrendous, you get decals to cover the Tesla markers, as per these images. Oh, also, the Tesla stock dropped below $1 trillion, in part because the EU/UK has specifically refrained from buying Tesla cars. Their sales are down like 50%, despite electric vehicle sales in that area going up 37%. And that's also in part because China's electric cars are doing really good. If you haven't seen the kind of cars that China makes, especially and specifically the electric vehicle ones, go look that up, because you will very quickly understand why they are not allowed to sell cars in the US. They would dominate the car industry, mostly the electric vehicles, but the car industry in general. The price, the quality, what they offer in it, oh my God.
A growing number of countries are taking a stand against Tesla, not just as a rejection of the brand, but as a political statement against Trump's aggressive trade policies. Nations that once welcomed Tesla with open arms are now slamming the door shut, standing in solidarity against the economic strong-arming that Trump is trying to impose. Europe is saying nope, imposing stricter regulations and looking toward homegrown EV manufacturers. China, once a goldmine for Tesla, has flipped the script, now producing more affordable, high-tech electric vehicles that are outpacing Tesla in both innovation and price. But the resistance isn't just at the government level. On the streets, people are making their anger known. Reports of Tesla vandalism are on the rise, as frustrated citizens refuse to support a company led by the man who helped usher a wannabe dictator back into power. Smashed windows, spray-painted insults, even Tesla's getting flipped. It's clear that Tesla has become more than just a car brand. It's now a symbol of political division. The message is loud and clear. Musk's political alliances are costing him big time. Once seen as an untouchable tech visionary, he's now scrambling as his empire crumbles. The world is moving on, and for the first time in a long time, it's moving forward without him.
Ever since Elon jumped into his position as head of the President's Department of Government Efficiency, there has been a huge drop in Tesla stock. And that's because Republicans think he has too much unchecked power. Did you hear what I said? That's because Republicans thinks he has too much unchecked power. So why are the Republicans so worried about Elon and his unchecked power? It's because the sheer amount of jobs that have been lost in the last 2 weeks are literally unimaginable.
Different countries turning their back on Tesla isn't just about cars. It's about power, politics, and a global reckoning with Elon Musk's empire. Tesla was once the golden child of the EV revolution, the sleek, futuristic brand that symbolized progress. But now, it's becoming the face of backlash against Trump's economic agenda, and Musk is finding out the hard way that political alliances can come at a steep price. Europe is distancing itself, prioritizing local automakers while tightening regulations that make Tesla's dominance harder to maintain. Canada just went nuclear, slapping a 100% tariff on Teslas, making them so expensive they might as well be collector's items. And then there's China itself, where electric cars are thriving, just not Teslas. While the demand for EVs has shot up by 80%, Tesla's sales are taking a nosedive as homegrown brands like BYD and NIO deliver better, cheaper alternatives. But here's where it gets even messier. The backlash isn't just happening in boardrooms and trade policies, it's hitting the streets. Reports of Tesla vandalism are increasing, with frustrated citizens taking out their anger on the cars themselves. It's a clear message. They're done supporting a brand tied to a man who helped put a wannabe dictator back in power. And the irony, Musk, the master of disruption, is now being disrupted. The same tariffs that were supposed to protect American businesses are now gutting Tesla's supply chain. The same free speech absolutism Musk championed is now fueling an anti-Tesla wave across the world. For once, the chaos isn't working in his favor. So, what happens next? Can Musk course correct and rebuild Tesla's global standing? Or is this the beginning of the company's long, slow downfall? One thing's for sure, the road ahead isn't looking smooth, and this time, autopilot won't save him. What do you think? Can Tesla recover, or has Musk made too many enemies? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love deep dives like this,
Musk has made too many enemies. I'm probably enemy number one. I don't like you.
Is far from over.
You gotta go. You gotta get out of our country. We don't want you here anymore, Elon Musk. Canada doesn't want you. South Africa says, hell no, you must go. Hell no, you must go. This is a fuck around and find out moment for Elon Musk. We got to help him lose more money. Encourage people not to get Tesla. And contact Apple to take that effing Starlink off your phone, okay? Because that new update put Starlink on your phone. One moment, please. Just a moment.
The truth of the matter is, it didn't matter about prices, doesn't matter about mortgage rates, none of that stuff matters. People voted based on the fact that they thought other people would suffer and they would benefit from that suffering. But too naive to acknowledge or recognize that what you're voting for all these other people to suffer wouldn't impact you at all. They voted for suffering because they thought they would benefit off of that. And you want me to meet you halfway. The truth of the matter is, it didn't matter about prices, doesn't matter about mortgage rates, none of that.
Dear white people, beloved, y'all thought this would only hurt black people, brown people. Well, let me tell you, they're treating you like black people. They are suppressing you. And you white women that are married, they are suppressing your votes. Because you married your handsome white king. Your birth certificate and your driver's license does not match. You took your husband's last name. Because you did that, sister, you won't be able to vote. No, ma'am. You're not going to be able to vote. What I was going to do? I can't vote anymore. And who you need to thank for that? Donald J. Trump, your savior. You is having a moment of fuck around and find out. And us black women told you. Fuck around and find out moment. That's what you're experiencing, white women. But y'all felt, well, if they stick it to the black people, then the black women can't be the most educated anymore. We're still the most educated in this country. And it's not our fault that y'all didn't go get more degrees. You stayed at home and thought life is going to be easy because my skin. No, baby. That white man is sticking it to you and you've been treated like a black woman. Yeah. Fuck around and find out. Yeah. It's sad, but it's true, baby. Yeah. You're being treated just like a black woman. But I will say, and in this time in life, we are coming together more than ever because women are now being told that we can't do certain things, that there's certain rights of ours that are being taken away right now. And we're coming together more than ever, believe it or not. And it has nothing to do with race, because at this point, we can't let it be about race. We just have to come together, put race aside, and we got to love on each other and build each other up, because we're in a fight for our lives here in America.
I live in the 7th District of Roswell. I'm a citizen, I'm a taxpayer, and as of this moment, I'm a voter. The reason why I say as of this moment, because I'm also a married woman who took my husband's last name. This means that my birth certificate does not match my legal name. On January 9th, 2025, you joined as a sponsor of HR 22 SAVE Act. This means that me and 69 million women like me who have taken their spouse's last name will not be eligible to vote. I want you to look me in the eye and tell me why.
Yep. You're being treated like a black woman, white women. How does it feel? I really want to know, and I'm really being concerned. How does it feel, white people, to be treated like the ones you look down on? See, Donald Trump, he don't like the black and brown people, but he hates poor people. He hates middle-class people. He wouldn't even look your way if you were burning. He wouldn't even spit on you to put out the flames. You've been treated like black people. So stop looking at us as less than, because right now, you're on the same level. Hi. Yeah, hi. How you doing, white people? And all you can do is blame these 3 white women. Get some backbone. All you can do is blame these 3. They did this to you. You are now black like me. Yes. It's just I have melanin in my skin. But you are now black just like me. Welcome to my world. Welcome to being oppressed, suppressed. And y'all said black people were lying when they said they was being suppressed and experiencing racism. Well, they just pretty much made you black. Bless your soul. God bless you.
Things may be bad right now. They may suck. And I just want you to know it's not as bad as it's soon about to be. There's people actively cheering that the stock market is down, jobs are down, retirement savings are down, GDP is down, consumer confidence is down, manufacturing down, home sales down, exporting down, respect for the USA super down. Oh my God, but guess what's going up? Inflation. And they're happy about tariffs, so we're only 1 month into this total shit show. Everything that we said was gonna happen is happening, like in real time. You can even go track it. There's a website. It's like Project 2025 Observer, and how far along we are in this process. And all they have to say is, you have TDS, as if that's something real, because they think that's a real diagnosis. I even had a guy tell me yesterday, oh my God, you suffer from wokeness. How dare I care about people, or like, I'm so sorry I annoyed you with my tolerance. Unlike you, I'm not scared of things that I don't understand. Instead, I just try to educate myself on it. You could try the same. Listen, things may be bad right now. They may suck. And I just want you to know it's not as bad as it's soon about to be. There's people actively...
And that queen is right. It's gonna get worse. But we have to look at Maga for that. Let them sink. Don't allow them to join us on Noah's Ark. Let them learn. It's their moment to fuck around and find out.
Just some basic shit that a lot of Americans don't really seem to get or understand, especially white Americans. If you elect a clown, expect a circus. If you elect a criminal, expect crimes. If you elect a liar, expect deceit. If you elect a rapist, expect misogyny. If you elect a grifter, expect to be kind. If you elect a fascist, expect your liberties destroyed. If you elect a racist, expect white supremacist laws to be installed. If you elect a greedy billionaire, expect an oligarchy. If you elect a malignant narcissist, expect a dangerous, self-serving leader with no human empathy or regard for humanity, who only operates by misinformation, gaslighting, propaganda, and manipulation. Elect a turd, expect a sewer and a shit show. And lastly, elect a snake, and you will be bitten.
And Maga, you are experiencing right now the pain from the bite. Every time you go in that grocery store and your food is so expensive, that's the bite. When you go get gas, Maga, that's the bite. When you want to get some nookie from your wife, you white husbands, and she won't give you none because she all stressed out about bills, that's the bite. When your side piece, when you go to see your side piece and she ain't giving you none neither, that's the bite. When you go to the side, on the side of the road, the corner, to get your hooker, she ain't want to get with you because you ain't got enough money to give her because you can't afford anything right now but to pay that mortgage, and you can barely buy food for your wife and family, and the hooker turn you down, that's the bite. So it gets so bad for you white men, and you so horny, you go as low to start getting with another man. That's the bite. Then you go home to your wife and she said, what's that brown stuff on your face? And she wipe it and it's shit. You tossed the salad of another man. That's the bite. And now you're facing a divorce. You have no money for this divorce. You have no money to give your wife the money that the judge says she deserves from the divorce. That's the bite. Keeps the house. And you, Maga, you got put out. That's the bite. And the bite is you have no family. Your family disown you because you married a black woman. That's the bite. And the worst bite that can happen to you, white man, now you've been treated like a black man. You're homeless. That's the bite.
Trying to crash the economy on purpose. This is what happens when you're a racist billionaire with a Franken penis. Who do tariffs hurt? Farmers. And what do farmers need to grow their crops? Potash. And where do American farmers get potash
Canada.
from? Canada. And who did you said provide subsidies for? American farmers. Why did they want to bankrupt farmers? To buy up all the land for cheap and control the food supply. Elon wants to know what it's like to hump a pink pig this time. Why are all these unqualified people in these very important government positions? Because morons make mistakes, and they're kind of counting on that. Why all the cuts to education? Because you can still pack a cardboard box without arithmetic. Why are they outlawing abortion? Baby slaves. You think they want you to be educated? ChatGPT already has a PhD in everything. Americans, your government is trying to destroy your economy on purpose. So get those elbows up, baby. That goes for you too, Mini-Me. Can someone get that kid a helmet? They're trying to crash the economy on purpose.
I said the same thing, that Donnie is doing this on purpose. Because if y'all recall, Hitler did the same thing Donnie is doing. Also, I paid attention to a video yesterday, and Donnie was saying to Marco Rubio, what's his name? Marco Rubio, or whatever his name. He pretty much was saying, you're going to take the blame for all of this. I don't know how he's going to pin it on him, but that's what he pretty much was saying. And he said something similar to that. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I'm tired. Oh, I got to get my beauty sleep. But anyway, at the when he said his speech the other night, he mentioned something similar to it. And then they had a cabinet meeting, and he said something to it. And he said, Marco Rubio, you will be to blame. Listen carefully, Marco. He means that. So, get your ducks in order. Donald Trump doesn't care who he hurts, as long as it's not him.
I say you can't spend $200 million on a campaign and not be owing people something. And the next thing you know, they have to deal with the special interests. The next thing you know, they're doing special favors for special people and not dealing with what you need. Education, healthcare, environmental issues. They have to deal with oil companies, chemical companies, drug companies, and they owe them. And in the process, people get neglected. The poor have no advocate because the poor can't afford a lot. That's why I say you can't spend $200 million on a campaign.
And Elon spent 200-something million. How did Robin Williams manifest that? It's exactly what has happened. Elon spent 200-something million for the presidency. And yesterday, Donald Trump started closing that door on Elon. And what normally would happen to a toddler, they would start having a fit, falling out in the floor and tearing up shit. We're going to see Elon act out real soon. He may even threaten Donnie to tell everything. Because when stuff start going down, they're going to pull each other down. We get to see white folks be crabs in the bucket. Don't y'all say that about black people, white folks? Well, we get to see that. And like I told y'all, they're treating y'all like black people. Stand up for yourselves. You don't want to be treated like my skin, do you? Fight the power. Or you're going to get even more treatment like a black person. How it feels to be in my dark skin.
China owns $800 billion of U.S. debt, which they do. Then, of course, the United States, as the borrower, has to pay interest for the money it borrows, which means that you and I and everybody else gets to pay taxes every year that go to Washington, where they don't fund our roads or schools or hospitals. It's money that the United States government collects and sends to Beijing to pay interest on the debt. And the Chinese use to develop the Red Army. Do you understand? All of this has to happen beneath the surface. Because if Americans understood what I just said, they would realize that beneath all the reality is the opposite. That's the reality of the economic of capitalism. If China owns $800 billion of U.S. debt, which they do, then of course the United States, as the borrower, has to pay interest for the money it borrowed. Which
We owe them $800 billion. Elon is getting billions of dollars from the American taxpayers. Are we cash broke, America? The same people that he wants to put a tariff on, we owe them billions of dollars? And then Danny Boy is enriching his family and his friends that are billionaires? That's why they taking Medicaid and Medicare and the SNAP and everything else. I told y'all this year would not be good for Donnie. Although they have pretty much, in my opinion and allegedly, stolen so much money from the taxpayers. Before the end of 2025, Donnie Boy and Elon will not be where they are now. They will not. And Maga is going to have a fit. But they're going to tear up their own shit. Because you can't get over the fence now to go to the state capitol. They got it boarded up and all kind of things. You ain't getting through there. Barbed wire and all kind of stuff. You're not getting through it. So this is Elon, Donnie, and jdvance.
You went and got a marker.
God, we wanted to be bad guys. So that's why we did it.
You did it for what?
Because we wanted to be bad guys. And we were sorry.
pretty upset.
Donnie, Elon, and JD-Vance. The three stooges.
Maybe we should think about what we've done.
You think thinking about what you've done is going to take away the marker all over your chest?
If we take a bath, it will.
Please take a bath, Donnie, please. Because we can smell your piss miles away. That pissity pants is just horrible. Your cabinet talks smack about you, how you smell, Donnie. Please take a bath, please.
In your video, you said, we don't need them, they need us. Who's they?
Yes.
Who's they?
The white people ultimately don't need other races in order to succeed, in order to be ourselves. Absolutely
really?
Not.
So, how do you think America became the greatest economic nation without?
Not through black people.
Oh, it wasn't. It wasn't because of free labor.
Are you talking about slavery?
No, I'm talking about slavery and also what happened after slavery, which Douglas Blackman talked about, slavery by another name. So I'm trying to understand, when you say didn't need it, how do you think America became the greatest economy that it did? How do you think that happened?
Through the genius of Europeans.
How was it genius of Europeans when the fact of the matter is it was actually King Cotton that supplied the economic means for America to do so? And that was a result of free labor from black people.
Look, the whole point here is that who creates these systems? Who creates these business models and businesses?
Slavery was a business model?
Well, yes, it was a business model,
And was that one that you like or dislike?
I dislike.
You dislike?
I absolutely reject it.
Okay, so but you deny the reality though that's what allowed America to become the economic power, because America supplied 91% of the world's cotton, and so as a result of that, that's how America was able to fund the Industrial Revolution. It was because of free labor from black people.
The Industrial Revolution originated in Britain, and it originated in the countryside of Britain, where there were absolutely no slaves.
I said the money generated from that. But I asked you again, okay? You said we don't need anybody else.
No.
But the reality is, America history proves you wrong. The fact of the matter is, there is no great America. You can't sit here and talk about that greatness without other people making that happen.
We could have figured out another way to pick cotton.
Who?
White people could have figured out another way to
Y'all tried that, didn't work. Yeah, I mean,
we'll do it now. We've done it previously.
I don't know what books you read, but no, that's actually not what happened. But you said y'all would have figured it out, but you didn't. Because in your video, you said, we don't need them, they need us. Who's they?
Yes.
Who's they?
The white people ultimately don't need other races in order to succeed, in order to be ourselves. Absolutely not.
So how do you think America became the greatest economic nation without?
Not through black people.
Oh, it wasn't? It wasn't because of free labor?
Are you talking about slavery?
No, I'm talking about slavery and also what happened after slavery.
White people kill me with that. Y'all know damn well everything you got it because you made black people slaves and made them do the work. And y'all sat in that big old plantation home and drunk your tea out of your fine china. And you gonna say you don't know how America got to where it is today? Are you fucking kidding me? The lies y'all tell and the lies you tell yourself. That's why you have these fuck around and find out moments.
Go to another country to bring democracy. We go there for their resources, oil, metals, cheap labor. We don't go to bring democracy. We took this land from the Indians. We stole it. After we stole all the land we need, we put up the sign, "Thou shalt not steal." Democracy is a con game. It's a word invented to placate people, to make them accept a given institution. All institutions sing, "We are free." The minute you hear freedom and democracy, watch out. Because in a truly free nation, no one has to tell you you're free. Well, this system right now is moving toward fascism, cutting back on the freedoms, what little freedoms we had. We never had complete freedom. Social change cannot come about due to intellect. It comes about by people suffering. And the more people that are laid off, the more they lose respect for an existing government, they will seek another direction. If there are too many people seek a new direction, then the existing government calls upon the military and police to manage society. That's called fascism. We don't go to another country to bring democracy. We go there for their resources, oil, metals, cheap labor. We don't go to bring democracy. We took this land from the Indians. We stole it. After we stole all the land we need, we put up the sign, "Thou shalt not steal." Democracy.
Woo! He spoke a sermon there. Yep. White people said, "Thou shalt not steal." But you stole a whole land. And Donald Trump want to go steal Gaza and make it Trump Gaza. And he lay out on the water with that big, fat, ugly body laying out while he have men dressed in women garments dancing. History repeats itself. But while it's repeating itself, white people are made to suffer like black people. Y'all are all over the internet crying about the price of food, everything, and how you should have listened to the black woman, but you didn't. History repeats itself, but this time it has a sense of humor. Y'all have been treated like black people, made to suffer. So continue doing your videos. But while doing your videos of crying, you need to be hashtagging Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk and jdvance. Because they done it to you. They turned you into a white black person. So now, what y'all's gonna do? It's hard out here for a PIMP. Because Donnie pimping that White House like ain't no other. And he been pimped by Elon, pimped by a man that don't even live in this country, Putin. The worst of the worst. And we thought Donnie was bad. He's child's play compared to Putin. So we got to do something about it. Keep playing on that thing about you being a white person, you greater than everybody else. See where it's got you? It's got you where you treat just like a black person. You been treated like me. You just don't have the melanin in your skin, baby. Beloved, fight back. Don't let Donnie push your grandmother out of that nursing home. Fight back. Don't allow him to have you being treated like a black person, because white women can't stand the idea of being treated like a black person where you are. Fight back. Fight against the system. Resist. Put on your red lipstick and resist. Well, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm telling you, you got to start back resisting or it's going to get worse. And the more your life going to be like black people. And you know y'all can't stand that. No, you don't want to be treated like me. But because we went through so much and because of slavery, black people can persevere through anything, but you can't. You don't have it in your bloodline. You don't have it in your ancestry to survive like us. God bless America. I love you all. Resist. Fight back. You're going to be treated more like black people every day. Goodbye.